Hello, welcome to Oxford Heirlooms. I'm still working on the fancy bodice for my heirloom bubbles. What I'm planning to do today is I'm planning to sew the entredeaux and gathered lace to the neckline of the bodice front and back pieces. Okay, now one thing I did before I pinned my entredeaux and ruffled lace to the neckline was, now here you'll see I've got just a little piece of leftover gathered lace and entredeaux, and in order for it to nicely curve around the neckline, about every half an inch, I used my embroidery scissors and I cut a little notch into the batiste. Okay, now I like to pin this onto the neckline. That way it stays nice and even and it curves smoothly around the neckline. And just in case I don't have things exactly symmetrical, I can eyeball what I'm doing and pin it in place. Okay, now here's my pink bodice piece, which I have already sewn the entredeaux and ruffled lace to the neckline. Okay, what I did, using a straight stitch, I sewed, taking the pins out as I go along, right next to the entredeaux ladder all the way around. Now the next thing I need to do before I can actually zigzag this to hold it in place is I need to turn the entredeaux seams to the inside and I need to press them in place. Now I'm going to have to use an iron for this because, like I mentioned in another video, I'm creating this out of imperial batiste rather than Swiss batiste. And imperial batiste does not finger fold as nicely as Swiss batiste does. Now, in order to do that easily, I ended up, everywhere I had a notch in the entredeaux with the gathered lace, I used my embroidery scissors and I cut another notch that included the fabric of the batiste pattern pieces. So if you look closely, the pattern pieces and the entredeaux pieces, both have notches in them. And the notches enable me to fold back on the curve smoothly. And I'll use my iron. And then I'll come back and I'll zigzag close to the entredeaux and then trim away the excess entredeaux on the inside of the garment. But that's what I'm doing today. Thank you.